Okay, good deal. Hey, everybody. Happy Fishy Friday. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. Whatever it is you like.
I did my best not to be on the phone this time, but
He's always on the phone. Oh, my numbers disappeared. Shit, I just had all the people were on there. Now it quit.
that's why I was on my phone. I erased it.
Well, anyways, this here tonight, we're joined by Butter. She's a volunteer here. She's helping out. Actually, turn sideways. Show them your. She's a CEO at correctional facility, and she's here tonight to keep us all in line. That's what she does.
Yeah.
So she was here. Uh-oh, someone says cute Butter. Mark.
Hi.
She's like, hey. So tonight's drinking word, token word is butter. And on our special guest. You guys probably saw her on the video I made with George from Coral Reef 12G. She was at the beginning of the video.
Somebody say Buttercup. I like
Yeah.
that.
It's been a while. She's been helping out for a little while.
Buttercup. Ooh, you gotta call me.
Oh my God.
Everybody loves me.
Robbie Wilson, listen to this, says, greetings to Big Rich. Respiratory fins, man. Oh my God.
And his parole
And his
officer.
parole officer.
That's a good one.
Like it.
I like that. I like that.
That's great. You guys are hilarious.
I'm undecided.
You cranky old fucker.
Somebody said, well, melted butter by the end.
I'm not very approachable right now.
Oh, you pull one of those.
Somebody say, why is your nickname Butter? Because I'm buttery.
Oh,
Slippery.
stop it. No, how'd you get the name? Seriously.
I don't know. Somebody say I look like a butter. I don't know. Maybe my coach.
Just
I
something
don't know.
stuck over the years.
Mhm.
So Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh, Mark comes out. Butter, butter, butter. Drink up. Toke up. Do what you guys do.
I'm going to drink my cut water at home. That's what I'm about to do.
You can go home and actually catch the rest of the live and see everybody.
Oh,
getting
yeah.
drunk.
Where do I go? Ohio Rescue?
You can go to Facebook, Ohio Fish Rescue,
Uh-huh.
and then you'll see the link to it there. Or you can go to YouTube and just look up Ohio Fish Rescue.
Because I have a YouTube, so.
Right, and then go to the live stream on Ohio Fish Rescue's page.
Somebody said, does Jerry has butter on his head? Butter be-
Not yet, but if you go like this, go ahead. Now he got butter on his head.
butter, 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 butter.
Oh, come on, Raheem, you don't get us all drunk.
That's
But I definitely will be here next Friday because I gotta go. She called Butter because she spread easily.
Oh, that's not nice.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry I didn't think of that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's for his wide open.
Whoa,
Okay, let me
whoa.
go.
I said we were sort of family friendly at the beginning, okay?
At least for the first 15
Okay,
minutes.
let me go.
All right, you take care.
All right, travel
I
Thanks
well.
for helping out tonight.
That's a girl.
Thanks for your help.
I will be here Friday. No, I'll be here Thursday.
Thursday, okay.
Okay,
I'll see you then.
I will.
Everyone's saying bye, Butter. Oh, we got a lot of work done today. I didn't do a video today because yesterday was, Christmas, and it was so just crazy. I did take a video today. I will produce it and put it out either tonight or tomorrow morning and make up for the Friday that wasn't there. Okay? Dale Max says, don't you guys take a day off for Boxing Day? I didn't know there's such a thing. But we're not allowed, apparently I'm not allowed to take a day off of videos for Christmas. Uh-oh. Long Johnny says, Jerry's buttering in his pants. James McNally said, "Is that Tracy Nurse Butter?" No, the Tracy
No,
Nurse did
that's
not show up tonight. I'm watching Tracy, so sorry, but no, she was supposed to be here today at 3:00, and she never showed up.
Now, the nurse provider now has decided that we don't get no help on holidays.
We don't get no holidays. Everybody
refuse
calls
to
off.
replace the nurses on holidays. They might as well put it in writing. Need a different provider.
Suhan says, she's so sweet. I think we can forgive you for spending Christmas with your family instead of making a video, Rich. Yeah, because I was ready to tell everybody I'm not very approachable right now. Oh my God, it was such a sweet thing too. We went over there and I got all little Laura's presents, and I got to spend about 2 hours there, and I had to come back because the nurse, I had a lady come in that she's from Nigeria, and I guess she don't do Christmas, so I got to work 32 hours straight, and then she showed up for a couple hours for me on Christmas Day. I got to go over and hang with Joshy and Richie and my grandkid and stuff like that, and it was a nice time. And I walked in the door, and I ain't seen a Laura in 3 weeks. And I walked in the door, and she come running up to me, "Grandpa," and she just hugged my leg. Oh, made me just. She's oh my goodness, such a little sweetheart. Just love her to death. See it, Peter. Well, speaking of this, Harley Jem says, "Sorry if you need breaks." I do the best I can, but when the nurses call off, there is no backup. It's only me, so I get to rest. I mean, like, my body gets rest. I lay in my bed in front of all my cameras. I got the 70-inch TV over here with 16 cameras. I've got the 40-inch screen on my headboard with the 4 cameras I watch Tracy with. One is on her numbers, one is on her bed, one is at the front door, and then one is at the kitchen. That way, if I'm watching Tracy, I can see what's going on around the house, and I don't have to turn all the way over here and look at these cameras, because it takes me a second to focus in, So, I get to watch movies on my phone while the cameras are going, and then I've got volume on in the living room so that I can hear if it beeps out there. It's super loud in my room because I've got my computer hooked up to 2 Infinity speakers and a Sony 10-inch subwoofer through a Sony 5.1 channel surround sound stereo receiver. So it's pretty damn loud in my room. It's louder than it is in the living room. So even if I did fall asleep, it would wake me up. And that's how I watch Tracy. So my body gets rest. I get to lay down. But, every, I don't know how long, 15, 20 times a night, you're, going out. She needs resuction. She needs, reposition. She needs, diaper change. She needs, suctioned out again, that kind of stuff. Because when her numbers go down, you have to suction her out.
On the best possible night, you at least got to go out and adjust your position.
Every 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's the best possible night. But isn't it up to the service to provide nurses to cover those shifts that those nurses call in?
Should be.
They must not want to make money then. Turn the service over to somebody who wants to make money. That way they'll send you a nurse when they need.
Oh, Gracie and her gaggle. Oh, Laura's so precious. Such a true blessing. She really is. She's the sweetest little thing. James McNally says, "Has the couple staying with you left yet?" No. And now we've got another couple living here. I told them I had the room open until New Year's Eve because Maritza and Ricky were coming out, and that's their room for the weekend. And so they're trying to find a place now.
Oh, whoops. We'll jump back on this.
Well, because miss this right here. Someone says, I'm trying to catch up what I saw.
Lost again.
Yeah, well, it jumps so much. It's hard for me to see where we left off. Oh, Jenny B20 says she's so sweet, little Lola.
Oh,
That is what her parents call her, is Lola. I still call her Alora, but
that's not something you want to live up to or down to. No.
Long Tongue Johnny says team no Skyler. That started off the rip. Bob Taylor says Skyler bashing started off early tonight. Harley Jim says that's not real rest. You need some peaceful, no Tracy's being taken care of well, so you can sleep deep sleep. Yeah, I don't get that. That's for sure. So you know what kills me though is when they call off last minute like this. The week pay starts on Sunday and ends on Saturday. So now today's Friday, and now that 8 hours is gone. And if the nurse shows up tomorrow, there's no time left to make up any 8 hours. That time gets wasted. Not to mention the 32 hours I had to do in a row. None of that gets replaced. So this week, instead of my 56 hours, I had to do 32 on top of that. That's 88. And then, another 8 for tonight. So we're talking 96 hours I had to, work this week that I wasn't planning to, and then there's holidays based in there that you can't make plans because of this stuff. So, but, up Skylar Kerr. See how I can make that? Look at it's got the @ sign in front of Tyler. That's how I made that mistake earlier. I'm like, Skylar's here? Oh no. I got scared. And then it was Tyler. I'm sorry, Tyler. He says, by the way, butter everybody. Well, you got to remember, the last year that she was here, I walked on eggshells to not upset her, not piss her off, because she was always mad.
I ain't enough French free space here.
But then anybody else would come around, she'd treat them like gold, and that's what they're not doing. I'm giving you a free place to live. You at least treat me nice. That's all I care,
Yeah, but you're not kissing her ass, and they will until they get to know her.
Yeah. Long Tongue Jelly says, there's how many calories in vanilla vodka? I don't drink the vanilla vodka or the butter flavored vodka, peanut butter flavored. It's just regular vodka. So there's about 30 calories in every shot, and each glass has got maybe 2 to 3 shots in it. So 100 calories, 300 calories. And it ain't calories for me. It's carbs. I'm trying to keep carbs at 0. So everything's fine. I can eat them calories. It's not a big deal. Yeah, Harley says they should roll those hours over when they call off. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be awesome, but they don't. No, you just lose them.
Different note service, please. I don't know what's available.
Yeah, this is our best nursing service. So I hate to take a chance and change it and then lose all my nurses and try and get new ones. I would not do that to my nurses. My day nurse is amazing.
Nurse, yeah. Well, they give you one good nurse. Oh, you can't count on her either. She's always pulling the holidays.
She takes off all holidays. Like
day before and day after.
The day before and day after. Or no, the day before and day of. She takes off.
Wow. She was here today, wasn't she?
She was here today. This is the day after.
I had to stop and think about it.
See, I'm all showered and cleaned up. I got 4 hours of sleep and got to take a shower because she was here today. Did I see somebody say something about Reaper? Yeah. Raheem says, hey, Reaper, compliment of the season. Don't know what that means. Is he here? Oh, I guess so. Yep, he's here. There's Reaper. What's happening, brother? Camel Dan says, don't waste another second on Skylar. I'm not. I'm just trying to explain things. You know, some people hate her. A lot of people hate her, but that's because once you get to know her, she treats you like shit, and she treats new people around like gold. But you're the one doing things for her. Yeah, that's what we just didn't understand, you know. To me, if someone, you know, gave me a place to stay and I needed a place to stay, I'm going to treat that person better than anybody else, you know. And I'm going to keep trying to, you know, let me help around here. Let me do things, you know. I definitely wouldn't go sit in their back room and, you know, stay there for 4 days and not come out and not do anything and then, you know, come out and give me hell or something. Yeah, I don't know. James McNally says, what would Tracy do without you, Rich? She would be in a nursing home getting treated like shit until she dies. She in the first 7 months when this happened, she was in a nursing home for 7 months because they wouldn't let me take her home. I had to go through training and all this other stuff and then actually call the police and do this stuff. And they still didn't release her to me until she got kicked off of Medicaid, which was a paper error, you know. But she got kicked off. Then the nursing home said, we'll let you come in and train and do all this and bring her home.
And then they tried to take her back.
Then they tried to take her back because I got her back onto Medicaid.
Money.
Right. That's all it was. So in that time, in that 7 months she was there, she not only had all these bed sores, but she went septic twice and had to go to the hospital. I know because I wasn't able to, you know, visit her in the nursing home because once COVID hit, I couldn't go to the nursing home. But in the hospital, I could go there. So I was back in the hospital for like a week every time she got septic and was going to die. You know, they went back to the hospital, and then we're there taking care of her. We get her healed up, goes back to nursing home, gets a huge, you know, bed sore on her back, gets septic again, is going to die. She, boom, back to the hospital. I fought, and I got her home. And you know what? It's been, almost 4.5 years, 5 years, not one bed sore. You know, she had a beginning trait of a bed sore like 2 weeks ago from a nurse that was here that was a temporary nurse. But I tell you what, yeah, it was just, she wouldn't last long in the nursing home. She would be gone from this earth within the first 6 months, I guarantee it.
Sue Ann asked if you could put the creepy Santa thumbnail up for the background. He did. He just put it in between me and Reaper.
Let me see if I can do that.
I've been here over 3 years, and I don't think I've ever met any of her family other than you guys.
Whose family?
Tracy's. Sorry,
oh no, her family's never been here. Never been in this house once.
I have. As far as I know, they haven't.
No, never been here. And when I did this, I think it was when Tracy first came home, or it was 3 years ago, something like that. I put out an olive branch to them and offered for them to come over and at least visit her. And, you know, I get yelled at by the one sister for taking her away from her family and this and that. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I divorced Tracy in 95. And for a year, she was gone. She wanted to come see you. She'd visited you. I couldn't keep her from you, you know. She didn't live with me. And so that shut her up. And then, you know, a couple of others called and, you know, asked questions. And then they found out some things they didn't want to know about and why Tracy didn't want to come around. And I told them all the truth, you know. And they didn't like it. So none of them have come over. None of them. The one sister even says, I'll just keep watching on the live streams and find out about her that way. I'm like, whatever. Here's to you, Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Her family sucks. Or, you know, Kelly was a crackhead. Her mother was horrible. You know, her parents were horrible parents. They had 9 kids, lived in a $20,000 house. They got ripped down because it was so just nasty. They bulldozed it. Yeah. Uninhabitable. Yeah, they bulldozed it. I mean, this is how they raise their kids. So, I mean, I took Tracy away from all that and gave her a good life where she was a good mother. She was having good kids. She did live in a house. She did have structure. She did have somebody that loved her, you know? I gave her a good life, so that family can kiss my ass. And they don't deserve to be over here.
Wow, we got some strange ones tonight.
Oh no, it jumped again.
Let it go to a side project.
Twisted Red Lab says, I don't join the live often. What's the hate for Skylar?
Let it go to a side conversation. Let them talk.
Stop, Jerry. You always do that. We all know you hate her. We all know that.
It ain't
You
about
say
it.
you don't hate her, but you wanted to swing on her. You wanted to argue with her. You wanted to fight with her when she was here. I had to stop you guys many times from fighting each other. I was the referee there. The point is,
I
let
don't
me
see it
talk.
that way.
Let me talk. Every time I go to talk about her, you come up with, don't do it. Let her be, fucking get her out of your head. Just let me talk. The hate for Skylar comes from people that are good for you. She's like a narcissist, basically. She wants to control everything. She wants to come in, take over, be the center of attention. And if she don't get her way, she gets really pissed. She gets really mad. And for the last year that I let her live here for free, I had to walk on eggshells so that I didn't upset Skylar. And I didn't see it. I'm trying to be good to her and be a good friend and, give you a place to live and this and that. And she just treated me like shit. So a lot of people don't like her for how badly she treated me. But see, then new people would come around and she would be like, oh, you got to come in and look at this and check this out. And everybody just loved her that just met her. It's once you get to know her, you're going to see that she's going to treat other people better than you, no matter how much you do for her. And then she expects you to do for her. And then she wants to take over your life and, tell you how to live your life, tell you what to do here. And, there was a few times I looked at her, I'm like, I am 60 years old. Why are you trying to tell me how to live my life? You just came from your parents' house and I'm giving you a place to live for free. How are you going to be able to tell me anything? All my houses are paid for, my property's paid for, my cars are paid for, and I'm fixing your car. How are you going to tell me anything? She just has a problem with, she's basically really just narcissistic. And she don't see it. She don't think she does nothing wrong. That's the thing with Skylar. That's why people that get to know her don't like her. That's all. So we can go on from there. Man, he says her Richard's still in the hospital. He says he's sorry for missing the live stream. Tell him it's okay. Sit back, relax, get healed up. It's okay. The live stream will be there next week. Butter, everybody, drink up. Well, Camel Dan says, we don't want to hear about her. Sorry to be harsh, but it's what it is. Someone else asked about her and they didn't know. So I have to just catch them up real quick. That's not a big deal. I'm not trying to take everything here and turn it into the Skylar thing, but people want to know. Nate says Skylar's beta room is it completely dismantled. She took it with her. I gave it all to her. Take it all. I gave it all. She took it all with her when she left. Raheem says, who paid Skylar's hospital bill? I talked her into going because she had no job. So I talked her into going to the financial department at Cleveland Clinic and signing up there. And then that covered her hospital bill. At first, it was her bills were, building up. So, it's just, I try and help out every way I can. And that helped her out and got her done with that. But her dad's insurance, her mother really screwed her up because after I got her on this financial aid at Cleveland Clinic, her mother called Cleveland Clinic and told them that her father's still responsible for her billing on his insurance. So now she got hit with 20% of everything that got billed instead of 100% that she was on. They kicked her off of that financial aid, and now her father's billing took over, and she had to pay the other 20%. So that was her mother. That's what her mother's like. You know, like check this out. You know, when I told Skylar, you can't be here and treat me like shit. You're going to have to move out if you continue to treat me like shit. She called her father that day. He came with a moving truck, and they moved her out. So her mother was on the phone, and I get on the phone. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 this and that. And I'm going to have Reaper, you know, come and take her boat and drop it off at your house. She's like, oh, no, you ain't going to do that. If you do that, I'm calling the police on you. And I looked at the phone like this, and I handed it to Skylar. I'm like, your mother's nuts. And she took the phone. And, you know, she did not want me to bring Skylar's boat there, right? Well, that's what we did anyway. We took the boat anyway. We dropped it off. Why do I have to take care of it and store it here when I don't have the room? You have a home with nothing in your driveway whatsoever. I've got boats, cars, motorcycles, four-wheelers, tanks, trailers. You know, the neighbors are calling on me. I can't have her boat here too. So we went and dropped it off, and her mother lost her damn mind. Crazy. Let me see what else. They're talking about the Tracy update already. It's only 6:27. We're getting to it. It's always at 6:30. Okay. Kane Rose says, a little rough on old Jerry. I'm sorry, but every time I mention her name or somebody mentions her name, you start yelling at me and don't want me to talk about it. I'm sorry, but I got to be able to talk. You can't hinder me. I didn't mean to be harsh on you. Nick Ivy says, what did she have to go to the hospital for? Her kidneys shut down from drinking. She was, I mean, she was straight, you know, like in the middle of the night, she'd get up and she'd fill a cup like this up with vodka, and then she'd drink that the rest of the night by herself. There's no reason to drink by yourself, really, you know? And she was just nonstop until she turned yellow. Her eyes went yellow. Her skin went yellow. Her kidney shut down. Bob Taylor says, you insulated Skylar very well. I had no idea. I did. I mean, you're not supposed to bring up all this on that line, but, you know, I don't talk to her no more. I had to block her on Facebook. And then the Facebook, we have a messenger between just the mods. I had to block her from there. Then I blocked her on the Facebook page. Then I blocked her on YouTube. And she still got hold of me, screaming and yelling and bitching at me. You know, you're blocking me, you're an asshole, you're this and that. Jesus Christ, woman, I'm trying to, you know, calm things down here. And then I blocked her on everything else. And she never called me. She always texted. So Messenger got blocked. And then like 2 weeks later, she texts me on the phone saying, Rich, you can unblock me. You know you want to talk to me. And I'm like, no, I really, really don't. You're very mean. I mean, I've had so many conversations with her brother about how mean she is, you know. And, you know, she just wasn't getting it. She thinks she does nothing wrong. Now I'm supposed to just take the way she treats me. So I'm sorry for insulating, but, you know. I mean, Jerry, what you just saw is about as much as we ever done in the 3 years he's been here. I don't have a problem. I don't want Jerry to leave. I don't need Jerry to leave. You know, I told her she had to leave if you can't treat me nice. Oh, come on.
We do have a super chat. You want me to get it in before the Tracy update?
Yeah, why don't you do the super chat and then I'll do the Tracy update.
Great super chat. Excuse me. Brownsville 14, thank you very much for the $5.
Thank
Says
you.
You're better without her.
Well, you know, you try and help people is all. And you know, you expect to be treated nice in return. That's all. Now, I guess you're right.
I got to admit, I laughed when she was eating bugs.
Yeah. Oh, her mother called me up. Do you remember that? The whole bug eating ordeal?
Yeah.
Her mother called me up and bitched me out. This is not how I want to see my daughter. I'm like, I have no control over her. She said she wanted to do it. I let her do it. You know?
When you see her, give her a big kiss.
Joanna Nels just nailed it. So she's just like her mother. Oh, so much. It's unbelievable.
I don't see how that works because her mother didn't raise her.
Well, our main mod here, Lori, which Skylar used to call her mom, was already, she hates Skylar's mother, and now, you know, she don't get along with Skylar.
Well, let's go ahead with the Tracy update.
Yeah, it's
before we
Tracy
get any
update
more
time.
Jerry questions.
I'm sorry, brother. Just, you know.
It's no problem. I know that other people get tired of hearing about it too.
Yeah.
You know, and they're looking up for you.
Well, if they're asking, you know, that's all. I'm just trying to answer it. But anyways, at 6:32, it's a Tracy update. Let's go on to that. For the last week, she has been so good. She's staying. Oh, listen to this. Listen, this is what happened. Last week, we had a problem with, you know, one nurse couldn't keep her numbers up. She was down to 89 all the time, 90. And then, you know, the next nurse had the same problem, and I'm in there. I'm trying to suction her out. I'm checking her lines, make sure they're not pinched. I'm doing everything I can to see why she's not up. And then we actually called the hospital because, you know, what do you do? I mean, I've given her breathing treatments. I've suctioned her out. I went internally suctioned her out. I've done everything I could, and it was crazy. We can't get her to get out of, you know, 89, 90 area. So, you know, we're doing this, and then finally, after 3 days, I'm like, okay, let's see if the oxygen machine is bad. Maybe it's not pumping out. Okay, so I go and I get a bottle and I hook it up and I put it on the same number that it's supposed to be on this oxygen machine, and I put it on there and number 4, and I hook it up to Tracy, and within like 3 or 4 seconds it goes and it pops off. Right? Wait, that don't make sense to me. How is it building pressure? It's on a tube that is a 1-inch tube with a little T sticking up, and it goes onto that. It's just putting oxygen in her tube that goes to her trach. How is it building pressure? So I put it back on. It popped off again. So I'm like, okay, I disconnect it. I disconnect the whole tube. That little adapter was a factory defect. There was no hole open on that 1/4-inch nipple for it on the 1-inch 2 sides. Has a little 1/4-inch nipple sticking up. It was sealed shut. So the original air machine don't have the pressure back up. It can keep it at 4, but it don't have the pressure to pop it off. The bottle has 3,000 pounds of pressure, and at 4, it keeps building up, and it popped off. That's the only thing that made me catch it. We changed that little thing, and now she was living for 3 days with no oxygen, staying at 89, 90, 91.
She's doing better than I am.
I offered to give Jerry some oxygen.
I tried it. It didn't help.
So, you know, that's what all it was. And now we put it back on there. She's 98, 99, 100 all the time. So it was crazy. That was crazy. I couldn't believe it. Just a simple piece of just a factory default, you know, can put you through that much hassle. And we were fighting all the time, all day, you know, suctioning her out unnecessarily. She didn't need suctioned out, you know. It was crazy. It was crazy. So we got past that and, you know, got that figured out. And then since then, it has been dream. She's gravy to take care of. She just basically lays there. What?
I just think, you know, if that was an aquarium, we'd have figured it out within an hour.
Yeah. So it has been so easy taking care of her. She's done so well. She's staying up, you know, 80, 98, 99, 100, and she's just comfortable. That little sign of a bed sore, which was a little dot on her back, we've got that all cleared up because we just go from left to right now. We don't put her on her back other than when she's feeding. And I don't know. So, you know, she's doing so well. And, you know, I talk to her all the time, and the nurses, oh my God, the nurse laughed at me today. because I come in there and I'm talking to the nurse, and Tracy, she turns her head and looks directly at me. I'm like, "Oh, honey, I love you," and then she goes, turns her face away from me. I'm like, "What was that for? What did I do?" So she's getting so like aware and coherent, to where she definitely. I'm going to tell her when she wakes up, when she comes back to me, I'm going to tell her the first thing that came back was your attitude, Missy. So I don't know. She's a sweetheart. Everybody's asking where Bambi is. We haven't seen her. Haven't heard from her. Aiden says, "Team Tracy, we love you, girl. Keep fighting and come back." That's amazing. Thank you. He's started with the hashtag Team Tracy, and then Long Tongue Johnny says, "I can express how incredibly amazing you are, Big Rich, for dedicating your life to Tracy." You know what? It's not really dedicating my life, because when you have family, you just do for family, And she's like one of my kids now. She's getting better over time, but she needs more of my time than the other kids need right now. And I don't know. Mark Bridge says, "Will Tracy ever get better?" They told us at the hospital that you might as well pull the plug, because she won't come off of these 8 machines that are keeping her alive.
That was 180.
She had, the kidney dialysis machine. She had the breathing machine. She had the oxygen. She had a blanket on top of her, because it was an air blanket that put out, 90 some degree temperature, because she couldn't regulate her own temperature. He said that all of her body systems stopped. And if we unplug any one of those, she's going to die. So we might as well pull the plug. The next doctor come in, he had us all in tears, the whole family. And then the next doctor come in and says, "Wait, it might be her brain is swollen because of the lack of oxygen. Let's wait till next Friday and let's retake a CAT scan and see if there's any brain activity." And okay, that gave us a glimmer of hope. By next Friday, this girl worked off 7 of those 8 machines. And I do believe she would have worked off the ventilator too, but they won't take her off the ventilator at the hospital there. So she came back with a vengeance. And then they said, "Oh, she can't hear, she can't see, she can't talk," none of that. I proved them wrong. I took her phone, hooked up her headphones, and then I've set it on the bed next to her, hooked up to her phone. I walked out in the hallway, and I was quiet as can be. Everything's quiet. And then I went, "Hey, Tracy." And, she's laying in bed like this. And all of a sudden she went like this, so she can hear. Screw you. You guys don't know what you're talking about. So then, I proved that she can see. She follows me around the bed and stuff like that. She looks at me, and I can tell when she's got her moments of clarity and she's more there. Sometimes she'll just be staring off into space and, she's not there. But other times she locks eyes with you. Like when I told her about her granddaughter and she had tears running down her face, that was amazing. That was amazing. You tell she understands you. She's there. So
I'm not sure I want her locking eyes again with me anytime soon.
You had just a bad experience.
I mean, you can read it in her eyes. Who the hell are you sitting at my table?
We took Tracy into her new bathroom that we had built in my bedroom, and we gave her a full shower. For the first time that she's been home, it's always been bed baths. So now we got her coming back from the shower. Her hair is up in a towel. She's wrapped in towels. She's all going over, and she's leaning back in this chair. And we push her out, and Jerry happened to sit down at the kitchen table. And she just looked at him.
Oh, that was a stink look. Well, that was nasty. I got full force stink face, man.
Well, I'm going to tell her, when you came back, your attitude came first. She is an adorable little thing. And you know what? She's getting better all the time. So
When you introduce me, I'm going to have to put up my guard.
yeah.
You good?
No, she's funny. That's just like the other day. I was in there. She was under one of her moments of clarity. just beautiful moment, you know. And I'm talking to her, telling her about her grandkids again. I'm telling her about this. I'm telling her about that. And I'm like, not only that, honey, when you come back, we can have sex again. And she goes, ugh. She turned her face. And the nurse was busted out laughing. I mean, it was just, I think because I raised my voice and was talking to her, that it was just too much in her head and she just turned away. Because that was just the the moment I said that, she did that. Oh my God, it was horrible for me. It made me feel horrible.
Made the nurse's day.
Made the nurse's day. She's still laughing at it about this to this day. Oh, she's so funny. She's just a little, you know, I can see her attitude coming, shining through. I can see her when she's in her moments of clarity, you know, and she's definitely, you know, more here than she ever has been before.
Oh, what?
Harley says Tracy's been getting better all the time, just taking longer because her narcolepsy. I'm sure that is what's slowing her down. That and the actual injury of, you know, they say your brain doesn't regrow neurons. Well, her brainstem died from lack of oxygen, and then she couldn't move her feet, her arms, her legs, her toes, her ankles, her knees, nothing. She just laid there all locked up like this. And they had what ballerina feet is what they're called, where her feet just point straight down and are locked. So, you know, we've done all this physical therapy, getting her feet loosened up, getting her hands loosened up. Now she's completely loose everywhere. I can pick her up. I can put my hand in her hand. She'll squeeze my hand, you know, that kind of stuff. But her left hand is still a little, you know, tight like this. So I bought her this glove, and it's like a mechanical glove, and it's hooked up to an air machine, and it makes her do like 5 of these, and then 5 with only 3 fingers, and then 5 with 2 fingers. You know, how can I do that? Wait, there you go. 5 with 2 fingers, and then 5 with 1 finger, and then, you know, it just closes you up again, and it makes you do this, and it works her out more than we do for her physical, what do you call it, range of motion every day. So this glove is on there working her, and we can do that for 4 sets in a row. So that's an hour it works her out. So that's making her get better there. So, and yes, Hayden says Tracy's a fighter. She will come back. I had a blast watching the 6-year-old of Tracy cleaning the tank, or 6-year-old video of Tracy cleaning the tank. #1 territorial catfish today, big time. That was Greg. It was awesome. Okay. I know, yeah, Tracy, you know, she'd get in the tanks and clean for me because she's tiny. She's 101 pounds, 99 most of the time. She's a tiny little thing. So I could lift her up and set her in the tank. I could do things like that. She would get in there, and, you know, even if she didn't like it, she would do it. She'd have this look on her face like she had to get a dead fish out or something. She'd be like, oh, here. And she'd hand me this dead fish. She was such a little trooper. It's amazing. So, yeah, she's definitely a fighter. Matthew says, Tracy will be back in your kitchen, hitting you with her big flip-flop again one day. One can only hope. It was a wooden spoon, not a flip-flop, but I get your meaning. Thank you. MBE 31274 says, hey, Big Rach, please say hello to my friend Dane. Thanks. Hi, Dane. How you doing? Drink up. There you go. There's how you say hello. Drink up. Sue Ann says, Fishy family, please pray for Steve's dad. He's back in the hospital. He has been on advanced life support for 3 days. Oh, no. He is not breathing on his own. He needs a miracle. Everybody pray. Kelly Lee says, Skylar won't be back on the channel. I mean, she could fix anything just by coming and saying sorry and being nice. You know, if she wants to make that effort, I don't hate her. I just, you know, I didn't like the way she treated me. That's all. She's not a terrible person. She thinks she's smarter than everybody, and she thinks she can control every situation. And it's not a, she just needs to come back and say she's sorry and everything will be fine, I guess. I won't let her live here again. Ooh, no. Jerry won't let her live here. He'll move out.
Choices we all have to make.
Look at Hayden says Tracy will be on the live stream one of these days, and it'll be a frat live stream. I can only imagine how Big Rich and Tracy will make it so good. You know what? She's my little fighter, and she will come back. Now see, James McNally goes into explaining how could fix this here and this and that, and wear a life vest to wear in the swimming pool with monster fish instead of dolphins. Okay, she has no bodily control, so she'll pee or number 2 in the pool, so we can't do anything like that. But she is, way better than she was, a few years ago. She was in a coma for the first year and a half. Then she was at, if you look up the Glasgow coma scale, you can see a listing of all the different things of coma. And it goes from you're being in a coma to being a vegetative state. But in the vegetative state, there is a whole slew of things. This is the bottom of it. Then it gets this. Then this is better. If she can do this, or if that person can do this, it gets better and better and better all the way up. Tracy's at the top of that vegetative state right now. And all she has to do is on command, when the doctor asks, squeeze his hand for yes or no, blink your eyes for yes or no, look left and right for yes or no, something like that. And our problem is the doctor's never here when she's in her moments of clarity. So as her moments of clarity come more and more and more, eventually she'll be around when the doctor is here. And then he'll move her into the next step, which is minimally conscious, which means you can like brush your hair. You could point or talk or figure out a way to make your point known, that type stuff. And then from there, it comes up out of the next state, So, but the big thing for me is she's open to more programs when she becomes out of the vegetative state and becomes into the mentally conscious. She's into more programs for physical therapy and more machinery that they'll bring here and, get her up and, walking type things and do more stuff. So, it's just, I don't know. We're doing what we can and as much as we can with what we got. And I don't go by just what they can supply. I bought her, like, she's got a vest when she was sick. She had pneumonia. This vest goes on her and it shakes her whole body and it breaks loose and she coughs up stuff. So she didn't have to go to the hospital. We gave her antibiotics and used this vest and we were able to suction her out and we got her temperature down. We got her, all her lungs cleared out. And, so I bought that vest. I bought the air mattress that has 20 tubes. In other words, 10 tubes will go hard. The other 10 go soft. Then these 10 go hard and that 10 goes soft. And it's like that whole 2 hours she's on one position. She's not just on that one position. It's alternating pressure points. I bought her that. I bought her that glove that does her hand. I bought her the shoes. They're hard, like orthopedic type things that go from your calf to the tip of your toe, and then it bring your foot up with a Velcro strap in between. You pull that, and it makes her foot stretch back up to the up position. So I mean, I keep doing things on top of, like, they have a Zolpidem trial that I've been fighting with them for 2 years to try and get her on, and they are not. Well, I even and this is the last time the doctor talked to me. I even threatened them, if you don't help me do this, I'm gonna buy the Zolpidem off the streets and try it myself. They've had people come back out of a vegetative state and be able to sit up and try and walk on this Zolpidem trial. I want to try that. And then there was another one, a ketamine trial that did the same thing. So, I would like for this stuff to happen, but the hospital isn't trying to do all that. I don't know. Nick Hybe says, "Hey Rich, can you give a shout out to my buddy Ed that is watching? He recently found out his mother is in involved with his friend. Ooh, that's kind of shady. How you doing, Ed? Sorry, you got to deal with that bull. Here's one thing I always say: you can never underestimate what humans can do. They'll do some things, you know. PA Fish Preacher says, "Is Jerry buzzed? You buzzed yet?" Nah, he said no. He's just grumpy tonight. That's all. I mean, when you're 37 years old, you got the right to be grumpy when you want. You don't find that funny? He's not even answering me now. Now he's ignoring me. We had a good Xmas, Christmas. I made Jerry. He is always talking about this blackberry cobbler. So I made Jerry a blackberry cobbler, homemade, and then I also made him a blackberry pie. So he had them, and bought him some ice cream to go with it. And I got him a
Butter, everybody.
butter. I got him a what do you call this? A Bluetooth speaker. And that was something he had been wanting for a while. So I got him the Bluetooth speaker, and now he can fall asleep downstairs without hearing all the people. For some reason, the people that are here, they stay up all night and they're asleep all day. So at nighttime, he's trying to sleep, and he gets up early in the morning to take care of the fish, and he's got to listen to them walking around and their TVs and all that. So now this Bluetooth speaker goes on, and he listens to things, and he can close his eyes and listen and fall asleep. So
It's not that bad. I've had worse upstairs neighbors. It's just, who wants a mosquito buzzing around their room at night? I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
It's enough to keep you awake.
Or a cricket in your room.
Yeah.
Joanne says, he looks like he's ready for bed.
I am tired. It's just good.
Okay, Ronaldo says, hey, Rich, are you going to expand your back pond next summer, or are you going to get your filter situation with the pond figured out? We're definitely going to figure out the filter situation more because we've got about half of its filtration it needs. We should have thought ahead and knew better to make a bigger wetland filtration. And then now Owasa gave us those two filters, and they helped out a lot, but still ain't up to par like our indoor pools and ponds, So I'm going to have to build like a homemade filter on top of that and then get it in line somehow. And, we should also, I've got the tube now to do a gravel cleaning inside because the filters are trying to clean up all the gravel or all the dirt that's in that pond when I could clean out that gravel at the bottom if I just take, 6-8 hours one day and just go, here's 6 inches of gravel, here's 6 inches of gravel, here's 6 inches of gravel, and do the whole pond like that and work my way over. I could clear out a lot of muck that's in there that would help the filtrations not have to clean as much stuff, So next summer we're gonna, instead of 2 summers ago, as you saw us, we emptied the whole pond, we pressure washed the large stones, and then got yelled at for pressure washing the stones because that's where the bacteria live now. The bacteria live in that gravel on the bottom and in the filtration. Whatever little bacteria was on the large stones, we cleaned them off because it had hair algae everywhere. So we pressure washed all them off and made it look good again. And, we got a bunch of chemicals that I've got set aside to eat the sludge at the bottom and that kind of stuff that we're going to start at the beginning of summer. And, we got a whole plan on it, but yeah, we're going to add more filtration along with keeping these filters clean too, before we even think about, making it bigger or adding to it. Good long tongue, Johnny. Add insult to injury. He's like, Jerry, are you daydreaming of Skylar? Colin Churchill said, is Aquascape going to help upgrade the koi pond still? You know, for 4 years now, I keep getting told yes, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And we kept getting put off. I'm not even going to worry about it no more. I'm just going to go and start doing it myself.
If they come with more than lip service, if they show up and actually want to help do something, instead of just stand there and talk about it.
Long Tongue Johnny says, who's the best at tank cleaning at the rescue? I would say the best filter cleaner here is Josh.
I give him credit for being the best tank cleaner too, tell you the truth.
Nah, he's not as small as he used to be. So like when we get somebody small in here,
He's definitely got the reach.
he's got reach, yeah. But when we find somebody small, like you know, the girl we've been talking about, when she was here, she went inside of the puffer tank, drained it down, you know, left like 6 inches of water for the puffers, and then she cleaned all the glass. That's something me, Josh, or Jerry can't do. You know, we're too big. So somebody small, anybody small, I can talk them through it, tell them how to do it. So anybody small comes over here, you know, would be the best tank cleaner. Harley Jim says, finding an RV to park in the yard for a Jerry house would be cool. I think Jerry actually smiled talking about, yes, he wants that, you know. And right now, I can't have my granddaughter over here because I've got this couple, you know, living over here. So I'm trying to find a RV to park in the backyard to let them stay out there to where when they find their own place and they can move on, I can give the RV to Jerry. Jerry wants a place where he can hang out and sleep in, that he can smoke in. I won't let him in the house,
No,
you know.
I want one of my own. I mean, you're talking about spending $1,000, $1,500 on a POS. I'm talking about spending 5 or 7 myself on one that I could actually live in. So
Yeah.
I don't have to answer to anybody about my smoke or anything else. We got a secret girl. We got a
Yeah, I jumped way ahead here. I think right here. Okay, yeah, this is where we left off.
Hey dang 1328. Remember, for 45 months, she's a red-tailed catfish.
Wow.
Hey, Big Rich, how big was the Pima that came in? And will it be possible we'll go in the pool pond first?
No, he's smaller than the 6 that are in the. Do we have 6 or 5 in the
He's
2200?
closer to 5 than he is 6. I don't think I'd even give him 5. That one
I
that came
don't
in
know.
was only
I don't know what you're talking about. Let me ask you again. Do we have 5 or 6 in the 2200 gallon tank?
5.
Hi guys. We have 5 in there. Okay, so he's smaller than the 5 that are in the 2200, which can't go in the pond yet. We do have the 3.5 footer in the 4400 gallon tank that we're going to put into the pond this week. Then we're going to move them 5 Pima out of the 2200 and put into the 4400 and let them grow like this 3 footer did. So that's our next plans right now. Sean sees everything and many things says, why don't you put a trail camera in your backyard to see all the wildlife critters that are back there? That would be cool to see. You know, we're thinking of, because everyone wants like a live stream of the fish tanks or this or that. We can't do it through YouTube because it's going to change the algorithm. You got one video that's 24 hours long and, you know, there's like 20 people on every hour against a video that's on for, you know, in the first hour, it gets 2,000 views. It's going to hurt our algorithm and YouTube will actually push us out there less if we do a live stream for that long. So Twitch is the format to go at with that. We can do a live stream Twitch, and you know, I don't know how they make their money. I can't have commercials on it because if you're watching a underwater camera for the pool, you don't want to see commercials on there and then have to hit skip and all that kind of stuff. You just want a viewing. People can put it on their big screen and view it, you know. So I don't know how they do things on there, but that's what we're looking into now, to have at least a few different, you know, live stream videos going at all times where people can go and see it, you know. Bob Taylor says, I'd pay to watch that. OBG Foster says, Aquascape is waiting until after Brett comes. Boy, isn't there a whole lot, you know, hidden there. Brett's not coming. He keeps saying, and he keeps putting me off and this and that. Aquascape keeps saying and putting me off and getting mad at me because we accepted filters from somebody else. I mean, it's just all, it's like politics amongst the fish world. I just want to get my pond clear, you know? What happened to Jerry's makeover?
What, man?
What the hell are you talking about? We never had a Jerry makeover. Does Jerry need a makeover? What the fuck? Never heard nothing about it.
Me either. I believe in being comfortable, and I have very little use for glam. You know, cover something up or make it look different just to be appealing.
Yeah.
This is me.
Carl
This is what you
541 says, is there still koi left in the natural pond in the back? Yes, there is. Every time I go back there, I still see them. Happy American Dad says, Big Rich, one Merry Christmas. To any plans on picking up the glass for the big new tank, or any update on the plumbing going to the concrete? Well, you know, Josh getting into that accident put a big kibosh on getting the glass. It's going to have to be Josh and Richie and a few other guys to go pick this up and bring it here. And then place it in the tank. And before that, we have to have the tank cleared out. So, I mean, there's things we got to do. And when they're ready to go get the glass, we'll start working on clearing the tank out. Right now, we're using it for storage space.
Now we got Silver Fox, member for 8 months. He said, Oscar, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
You too. Butter, butter. James McNally says, what about the plecostomus fish? There's no plecos going in my pond from this point forward.
Not in the monster pond.
No. We didn't realize that Brutus had gotten that big that he thought that was a lunch now. You know, that fish was in there for 2 years, and you know, we didn't think about it at all. Andrew Barone says, how much do you pay per tank? I'll come if the price is right. Don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either. Oh, he's talking about cleaning them.
Could be cleaning. Oh, yeah. He says cleaning the aquariums. Well, seeing that we don't have enough to cover the bills every month, we don't pay anybody for nothing. You know, people come by in here and help. I'll buy them lunch. I'll supply the beer. But we don't pay hourly to nobody for nothing.
I'm the highest paid volunteer here.
Yeah. You sometimes get food.
Marcellus, member for 24 5 months. Goldfish. Great, thank you. Those are super chats, so are they just announcements?
Yeah.
Yes, R.I.P. Bruce. That was horrible. You go back. Oh, what's that come from?
No, it jumped way ahead. OG Foster says, Jerry should quit smoking. Both my parents died from smoking. My mother died from smoking. Emphysema. All right, so we can go back down now. All right. OG Foster says, would we ever have an octopus? I wouldn't mind it, but man, it's you got to seal the top of your tank so they cannot get out. A lot of trouble. Ender Brown says, butter everybody.
Every time they get stressed, they ink the tank. And then you got to do it. I mean, it poisons the tank. I tried keeping an octopus in Seattle when I had access to the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't even do it with 55 gallons a day
of
of
ocean water.
water.
Joanna Nell says, that's how Aquascape, Team Aquascape does their deep cleaning, just like that. I know, but man, we got yelled at for it. I mean, people are just crazy. James McNally says, is Chompers an Ohio Fish Rescue mascot, or do you plan on rehoming him? You know, if we find the right home, I'm not going to ship him to Camp Kenan. You know, Camp Kenan stopped Greg Woodstock from giving us the Fly River turtle that Camp Kenan donated to Greg Woodstock. He wanted to bring it here, and Camp Kenan stopped him from doing that. So I once got a hold of him, you know, you want this, this, and this. We have these here. And he's like, well, I'm not paying for shipping, and I'm not going to come up and get them. But if you happen to bring them down here, we'll take them. It's like, okay, you're no help. So I don't, you know, everyone kept saying, Cam Kenan this, Cam Kenan that. He's not helpful. He's not helpful.
He's good at what he does.
Down there.
That's right.
Yeah, it's fine. Let him be down there.
Oh, we missed the super chat. Oh, not a super chat, but anyway, Bob Taylor, member for 32 months, red tail catfish.
Says butter. Drink up, everybody. Nate says, I'm not a member, but I've been here since Rich put goldfish in the pond. Oh, man, that was a whole week worth of, or that was actually 3 months of trial and error trying to keep these goldfish alive without using chlorine to clean the pool, to prove to Tracy that I can keep it like this, and then, you know, put her koi in the pond and trick her.
No control manipulation there.
That's a little control manipulation. Well, you know, I know that the koi will come up to you and they will, like, it looks like they're kissing you, but they're sucking slime off of your arm. Like your arm underwater, it has a taste of salt, and they're just going to suck the water past it and get that flavor, right? It looks like they're kissing you. So, you know, when I put the koi in there, knowing that I can now keep this pool completely clean, algae-free for 3 months, just using algicide. I put the koi in there, and then Tracy come out. She's like, Richard, what is this? I'm like, honey, just go in. And I talked her into walking in just up to her knees type thing. And the fish came up to her and they started kissing her on her legs. And she's like, oh. I'm like, honey, they fucking love you. Look at them koi. They love you. They know your mom. And she's like, oh, I love this. She so loved her koi, you know. And then they're kissing her. And, you know, I told her to walk backwards on the thing, and they all came in at her and shit. She's like, okay, Rich, we can turn the pool into a koi pond. And then, you know, I had to talk her into a predator pond. I'm going to make you your own pond. And then Greg Woodstock gave her the pond out front. So I went ahead and, you know, I'm going to go ahead and keep predators in here. And then, you know, Greg Woodstock came and turned that into a predator pond. And then, you know, the koi got stolen out of the front pond and made Tracy cry so bad that I promised her I'm going to build her a pond in the backyard. Then this bullshit happened with Tracy, and she hasn't even seen her pond. You know, when she wakes up and she sees the pond, she thought it was all grass back there. Now there's the pond, the cement, you know, area, and then the gazebo on it. And I got her furniture for, you know, one side is all couches, one side's table and chairs, and there's a bar on the end. Then we have the dance floor area. You know, she hasn't seen none of that yet. So I can't wait to show her things. OBG Foster says, koi sucking on you is probably a good thing for your skin. Maybe it should be part of Jerry's makeover. We're going to rejuvenate you, make you look young. We're going to trim the beard up a little bit. We're going to put you in, have the koi makeover. Jerry's not in the mood tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Sue Ann says, no, a long time ago they took a fly river turtle. I donated a fly river turtle to Jerry, and it's at Ed Ballew's house in his back pond. He brings it into aquascape for the winter, and he's in a pool in there, or I'm sorry, a tank. And then for the summertime, he gets to go back to Ed Ballew's backyard pond. And that was Titan, yes. He was at that time probably about 6 inches, and now he's about 10 inches. He's gotten a lot bigger.
I don't know how big Herbie is, but he weighs 60 pounds. That's a big fly river turtle.
Uh-oh, somebody's got something bad. I've never heard anybody talk bad about Kenan. Robbie Wilson says Kenan is a fraud, only thinks of himself, not the hobby. I can't argue nor say anything against that or this. He was a nice guy when I met him, is all I can say.
I don't know enough to have an opinion.
Richard says, can you say hello to Mandy Davies from Richard? There you go. Hello, Mandy. Gracie says, I love the Fly River Turtles. They have their own little personalities. They're great.
Yeah, they're all different too.
That's what I'm saying. They have their own personalities.
That female, she'll come after you in the tank.
Fast Orange Hatch says, do you have any Cory cats available for adoption? I don't think so. Do we have any Cory cats out there?
No.
Jerry would know more than me.
Something like that just doesn't stick around. It's getting to where out there that by the time Judge gets them out on video, half of them are already spoken for or taken.
Yeah.
And community fish especially, they just don't stick around.
Uh-oh. OG Foster says, I'd pay to see Jerry dye his beard hot pink. How much would you pay? I had Cole here today. It was his last day doing community service, and I tried talking him into. I was like, I'll let you leave a half hour early if you put on the mermaid outfit and go swimming in the pool.
He was in the pool today for his first time. That was fun.
James McNally says, would you give chompers to Legacy Aquarium? I'd have to go look at the home they give them because, last time I was there, it was the size of this room, and they had like eight in there. So that ain't necessarily a bigger home. In the summertime, he gets a bigger home here. He's got a 12 by 12, cage outside that we move and let him, eat all the grass he wants. And then we give him all the dandelions he wants. And, all summer long, he's great. In the wintertime, he's in the wood cage.
That's a 3-acre pasture there at Ed's where he's got his, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the one we donated a big sulcata to Ed, and he's got a fenced-in 3-acre area.
Goats and everything.
And he's got a place inside of his barn where he keeps them in the wintertime. Yeah.
Okay.
Dominic says I'd pay $100, and then Nick says I don't match $100. So we're talking $200 if you dye your beard pink, Jerry.
I thought those are donations to my makeover.
It says
it's going to take a hell of a lot more than that for a makeover to include a pink beard. Let's put it that way. It's going to cost as much for me to dye my beard pink as it would to watch Rich cut his hair.
No. Cut my hair would be a lot more expensive because that's a permanent thing. You could dye your beard.
It doesn't make any difference in expense. It's going to cost them that much.
Oh, I got what you're saying. You could dye your hair pink one day and then dye it, black a week later. It's not as permanent as cutting hair is what I'm saying. For me to cut my hair, it would take me probably 10, 12, 14 years to grow it back this long.
I did dye my hair green once, but that was when I didn't have a beard.
Oh, OG Foster says she was talking about the big sulcata. She thought of when we mentioned Ed Ballou before. She was confused when we said the little turtle. We donated a Titan, a little Fly River turtle,
Yeah, we were
to
still
Greg
on
Woodstock
Fly Rivers.
and Ed Ballou, and then it went to his, summer. He's got a river and a pond in his backyard, and he was there all summer. And then wintertime they bring him in here.
That place Ed has is a dream. Man.
Yeah, and he's
It's
got all those
nice.
mini goats and stuff, but it's a nice place. And then he's got his wife helping him. Ellen's just amazing, love her. And I met her, and I'm like, you don't want to hug somebody's wife right off the rip, this and that. And I'm like, coming, hey, what's up, Ed? And I hug him and I give him the shoulder pat and all that. And then I meet Ellen, and it's my wife Ellen. I'm like, hi, very nice to meet you. She goes, oh, we're huggers here. And she took me and hugged me up. I felt like she's gonna make me breakfast next, She's such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. So yeah, I would donate anything to them if they want it. Oh, James McNally says, I thought Chompers was Bigfoot the tortoise. No, we didn't have one called Bigfoot. We had one called Littlefoot. We rehomed him.
That was a little female, yeah.
Yeah. Chompers is our big male.
You got to watch the size differences because the big ones climb right over the top of the little ones and just wear them out.
OG Foster said, Ed's wife does goat yoga. Yes, she does.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Nick says, so are we all agreed? Makeover for charity? Looks like you're going to get a makeover, son.
Hey, I'm a little more smart to hardly jab. I dye it green so the fish will be swimming through my beard.
You know what we need to do? Yes, instead of the hot paint, dye it green so your fish can just swim through there. Or we get you a real makeover and make you look younger than Reaper, to where now everyone starts calling him your father.
That'd almost be worth it just for the kid.
It's just for, yeah. All right. And we don't even need a Josh update. You all seen he's out of his cast. He's doing good. And he's back to work.
He's doing better. I wouldn't call it good yet.
Yeah, he can't run or nothing like that. And
well,
even carrying something, it still makes his feet hurt. So he's just taking it, easy right now. Oh my God. Big Time says Jerry needs a curl. So we can call you Jerry Curl? No.
yes, Bob Taylor, go.
Bob Taylor says goat yoga is a thing? Question mark.
Yes, it is.
Oh, OG Foster says, is Laura back to 100%? Yes, she's
110.
been. She's a little thing, she's just running everywhere.
And with that little, I mean, it only stops some short term.
Colin Churchill says, will you put some of the paddlefish or sturgeon on the monster pond when they're big enough?
That's not going to happen, sorry.
Well, see, they're cold water fish, and it's a hot water pond. So we will put them in the ponds, whether it's the front pond for the summer and then the back pond. But they're headed towards the ponds.
Yeah. There's no happy medium between that monster pond and their temperature parameters. It just can't happen and still have the same,
Bill Lynch says, we need to dye his beard orange, and it'll look like one of the apes from Planet of the Apes. Dude, you would look just like that. All right. James McNally says, do you have any hairy Ohio fan that will get their bodies waxed for you for your charity fund and raise money?
You're a little off the wall there, James.
Hey, but we're open to it. If anybody wants to raise money and you got hair, we'll pay for the waxing.
Out of whatever they donate.
Charlie Gray says, Colin says, hey guys, just joined, so I thought I'd say Merry Christmas. Hope y'all have a fabulous New Year. You too, buddy.
Oh, thank you. OBG Foster's a sturgeon live in Lake Superior, if that gives you any idea of their temperature needs.
Oh, Summerly says the sulcata that was donated to Ed is named Cal.
Is it?
I didn't remember
I thought
that.
it was Titan.
No, Titan is the little
Oh,
Fly
okay.
River turtle.
I didn't know.
That's all right.
Half the fish out there that have names, I've ended up giving them. Just because I mean, when that dark alligator guard comes up and kisses the back of your hand by surprise.
Oh, I got my current viewers back. We're at 176. Got the numbers back. Nice. Yes, OBG Foster. That was the turtle that had the long name that we shortened it. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember it now.
It was like calisthenics or calista or something.
Yeah.
And we just named him Cal. Uh-oh. Tracy's beefing. You want to talk to them for a
Yeah,
minute?
I got them.
Goodness.
No, some of the sturgeon we have been raised in Florida ponds, but that still doesn't bring them up in temperature enough to be able to live in the monster pond. So even, after several generations in higher temperatures, there's just no point in stressing a fish that far just for our entertainment. That's not why I'm here. I still can't figure out how he talked me into doing this, although I'm starting to enjoy it. You people are good company on Friday night. For a 75-year-old man, you're good company if you want to take it personal.
Hey, we got the nurse that we said didn't show up today. She's in there now.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I was hoping she'd show up. She's done that the last 2 or 3 weeks, show up right in the middle of our live stream. Thank you. One less pressure.
James McNally says, I'd do it for raising money for your organization. Every last cent, mind you. I'm sweating thinking about it. But you know what? Are you even close, James McNally? Can you actually get here?
If there's enough people want to put up the money and you're willing to put on the show, more power to you.
Suanne says, how's Watson doing? He's doing great. Actually, we got the Watson shirt right here.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that one.
You didn't see that one?
No.
We got the Ozzy shirt when Ozzy passed. We got the Van Halen shirt. We got the Watson shirt.
I hope that's not vindictive of,
No. And then we got,
yeah, Rodrigo.
when I said I was Rodrigo Cortez.
Now, Watson's gave me a kiss twice.
All right.
That
Hayden says-
Basmani stingray.
Yeah.
She dropped her barb today. She shed her
Oh,
barb.
fell off.
That thing is 6 inches long. That
I hear there's a lot of people that like 6
No.
inches.
you Punjabi. Can't say anything to this man without him twisting.
I hear sometimes 6 inches ain't enough.
Ain't size, it's how you use it.
Oh, it's size, trust me.
I ain't gonna trust you on that one because there ain't no way either of us are gonna prove that.
Oh, I'll pull mine out right now.
Ain't happening, Jackson.
You just call me Jackson.
Yeah. What movie did that come from? Some movie line. Ain't
Yeah.
happening, Jackson.
Yeah, I remember that. James says, I can travel. Awesome.
Yeah, you could spike a tire with that barb.
Harley Gem says, glad you're getting used to the live streams. You never used to like the live streams.
Well,
And
I was saying, I still can't figure out how you talked me into this, but I am kind of enjoying it. That's what I was saying. They're good
She said-
company on Friday night. If you consider being good company for a 75-year-old man, positive.
says, glad you're getting used to live streams and enjoying the company, Jerry. You've been a great addition to the Fishy family.
Thank you.
Tyler says, Butter, I'm trying to get a little tipsy. I got to watch a movie with the kids just like every Friday, and they want to watch Elio about space. I've never heard that movie.
Me either.
Here's to you, Tyler. Butter, 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 butter. This around to get out of our view. There we go.
I'm good out of it, completely out of it. That thing's nasty back there.
How is it
Somebody
nasty?
sitting in it. It's just right in the middle of the screen.
Okay, so the color. Okay.
Yeah.
But you say the words, that thing's nasty back there. People think, oh, it's cat piss infested. It's
Well,
nasty.
it's better than your Punjabis.
I'm going to get up and do this for you. You better be nice. There we go. I'll roll it off screen for you.
Thank you much.
See, that's all I ask. A little bit of niceness. That's all.
Well, we just lost 3 shades of glare on the screen.
Oh, he says Elio is like cartoon Star Trek. Okay.
I'm going to have some more butter myself for that one.
Richard Jones says, can you say hello to many who loves your videos and your live chat? I think you forgot a B in there. It says live chat.
There's some guy on here was accusing me of being a fountain of misinformation.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen you be misinformation. You're a fountain of information. That's for sure.
I ain't miss anything.
Oh, you miss
That's
Skylar.
my- No, that's
Look at how that laugh just stopped right there.
I'm going to show you just how hard that stingray spine is.
You understand me? This guy. I give him a place to live and he's going to stab me with my own stingray barb.
I was long enough to do the job.
You guys are funny. Mandy Davis says, Rich, you and Jerry, it's so funny tonight live stream. Always makes me laugh. We
Thank
try,
you.
brother. Or
Actually,
sister.
I don't try. It's just bouncing. Go with the flow.
Can we see the barb? They want to see your 6 inches, Jerry. You didn't grab the barb? He goes, God damn it. Did you grab the barb out?
No,
Oh, so in the tank?
it's in the bottom of the 2200. I'm
All
not fishing for it.
I'll get it tomorrow. Vasquez family says, give him the 6, Jerry. That's not very nice, Vasquez family.
Deep six.
Oh, G. Foster is like, please. Joanna Nella says, Rich, you look like you've lost more weight because your t-shirt looks so big. Yeah, this used to be tight on me. And I haven't lost more weight since, I think it was Thanksgiving meal. You know, I gained some back. I went back to 283 or 284, something like that. And then I went back down to 279. And then Christmas meal came up. And now Thanksgiving's, or I'm sorry, New Year's is coming. So right after New Year's is when I'm going strictly back on my diet and trying to lose and get down to 250.
Yeah, butter's already broken today.
Butter's broken?
Buttercup. We ought to start calling her Buttercup instead of just butter. Oh, she bought those good that lasagna and you
Yeah.
chicken.
She brought me food today.
Yeah, it's a chicken and rice lasagna type mix with
Little
it's good.
taters. It was good.
I'm the official taste tester around here. So.
Lloyd Watkinson says, do you have any plans for the future? Well, I'd like to get the dog bone up and running. I'd like to get the 4,000 up and running.
I was restricting it
The
to this week.
400. And
How much future you want, man?
right. Harley Jim says 250 by when? Well, if I start in January 1st, right after New Year's, I'm 279. That would be 25, 24 pounds or 29 pounds I'd have to lose. So hopefully by the end of January, I'm down to 250. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I lost that, 47 pounds or something in 1 month. I lost 61 pounds in that 2 months. I can do 29 pounds in a month if I set my heart to it in January. I just won't eat. And then you know what? I'll be at the point to where, like right now, I'm still in 3Xs, but I had some tight 3Xs that wouldn't fit me. They were just like tight, clinging to my belly. I can wear all them. The Eddie Van Halen shirt, that skull shirts and all that. But I'd like to get into the normal 2X shirts. So I'd have open up to like 50 more t-shirts, a bunch more clothes. I got probably 19 pair of jeans sitting in there folded up in the closet that I cannot fit into.
Hey, I came into the living. I came upstairs. I'm waking up. I've got my coffee in my hand, and he's standing there with this damn muscle shirt on. It's got them fake lats and everything. And I'm going, oh God, I didn't need to see that.
It's my Santa sweater my nurse bought me. It's got, all these, it's all drawn on, but I look like, tough Santa.
Yeah. Arnold in a Santa suit.
Where's my new hoodie? As a matter of fact, I'll go get it for you guys.
You had to ask, so I guess I had to mention it. Needless to say, it was a little shocking when I walked upstairs. If I can be shocked by anything anymore. I quit making future plans years ago. Probably about the same time I decided to come here. Because I didn't have any future plans then. Other than coming here, and then if this didn't work out, I was going to go someplace else.
This is what I was wearing when Jerry came upstairs. I said, what the hell? It looks awful orange on the screen. But
yeah,
it's got
it
the
takes
belly.
the place of the red chair for sure. Where's all them damn muscles? That's not the muscle shirt.
Yeah, it is.
Or your muscles going to open it up and see them, or what?
This is what I was wearing. I don't know what you're talking about. About to put the new Christmas sweater on. No.
I'm about ready to shed later.
Oh my God. These
Warm
people.
here.
What I do for my friends. Oh my God. All right.
Oh, come on. We haven't even had a good super chat yet. Somebody's got to donate. I'm sorry, people. I've just been trying to improve the help. Maybe even break even on the live stream, if not make money. He keeps telling me about all these when the live stream used to make money.
Oh yeah, we used to.
I mean, there's just not enough people on here.
Now I got that big 3X shirt on underneath this thing.
We had to demonetize it. Yeah, see the orange body muscles and shit.
Let me go to this and turn down the color on it for a minute. Where's it at?
Oh, I see. You can't see it on the
On
screen.
the camera, right.
Yeah.
So go to the webcam. Oh, no.
It's got that beautiful orange artificial tan glow to it.
Configure video. Now I can't read that, so let me zoom in on that. All right, go here, zoom in. All right. Saturation, let's turn that down a little bit. All right. There you go.
Yeah, the gain up too high. Saturation.
This is what I was wearing, and Jerry comes up, he's like, what the hell? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Wow, that's what it is. People are up on this game, man. So it's red against the green screen. That's what we're
Probably, yeah. It freaked it out some. That's probably why that red chair was so bad.
Yeah.
So Matt LeMay started it. You got to go put the new Christmas sweater on. Yeah, it did look red. Harley Jim says, oh my God, my kid saw that Xmas sweater and the green was perfect. Colin Churchill says, guys, don't force him to strip.
What's that holiday movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
Oh, where they were going after that little doll.
Yeah, I think he actually does put on a Santa suit in there.
He does, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good movie. That's fun. That's not something I'd really call fun. I wouldn't want to watch it a whole bunch, but the first time I saw it, I laughed my ass off.
Yeah, well, Jerry, if you look up there, you see this diet's been working. Okay.
I look like gray. There ain't no color on this side of the screen.
No color on your side whatsoever.
Jerry's so old he's in black and white.
Right.
Forced into retirement by a layoff. Deb charged $10. Yeah.
Thank you, Deb Charge.
Yeah,
Thank you,
he
Steve.
said big sexy this time.
Oh, yeah, I'm big sexy.
You know, we dropped the monetization because we weren't making any money anyway, and we hoped to pick it up with super chats. And every damn time we mention super chat, I can guarantee that Deb Charge and Sue Ann are going to donate. I mean, it's almost a gimme. I can't even talk about a hamburger anymore. Sue Ann will say, Jerry, your dinner's at the door. She got me good on that one, man. The next day,
Sue Ann, you don't call me creepy Santa?
all right. That works. What we need now is a video of him dancing with creepy Santa.
Bill Lynch says, Rich, are you bringing more fish up to the new aquarium in Michigan? What new aquarium? Are you talking the Legacy?
Not that we know of. Not that I've heard about. I don't know. That's a little cold. Lee Foster, because next week's drinking award should be super chat. I don't want to make it sound like we're begging.
Oh, I never beg for
And
money.
our regular people should not be spending that kind of money on us. I mean, thank you. I'm not going to,
Uh-oh. Sue Ann, $10. Thank you very much. She goes, OFR and Technicolor. The only thing in color is the fish in the background and Rich's belly. Because the rest of us is a black and white. Let me see if I can fix that. Where's my...
I think it's kind of comical, man. Rich is in color and Jerry's in black and white.
Dude, do you see my phone here? I just used it. Oh, there it is. Thank you.
Ooh.
I'm blind as shit.
I see nothing.
I got to zoom in on it. Okay. Now I got to go back over here. Let me go to...
Tyler Kerr asked about, do we have a good Christmas? I had a great Christmas. I enjoyed my blackberry cobbler, what of it I ate, and but I'm not Christian. I'm not anti-Christian either. But you know, whatever you believe in works for you, people. I celebrate the people. I celebrate the holiday with the people. But I miss the good old-fashioned winter feasts. You know,
Oh, for some reason.
slicing
Oh, there
the
it is.
venison
It
right
popped
off the bone while it's cooking.
Now you keep them talking. I'm going to try this here. I'll turn up the saturation and turn down the color. How about that? Okay, there's you color for me and you. Now,
We'll get some blue back in.
give you a minute, mister.
No,
Was it exposure? No.
OBG5, I call it giftmas. Yeah, commercial holidays suck. Excuse me, but I mean,
Ooh, the white gamma is way down. Let me turn that up.
you have a holiday when there's a reason to have a holiday. Your food's all processed and in, and everybody just helped you can the whole year's supply of peaches. And so now you're going to sit down and feast. You know, this is, you know,
All right,
it's
how's that?
not because there's a special occasion.
That look better?
That's a little better. At least my skin's pink. It's not gray.
You're not in black and white no more, Jerry. No, I've lost that whole
Well,
page.
we don't need the gain anyway. Picture's good for as far as I can ask now. I'm looking down here on my phone to see what they're seeing. And it doesn't look the same as it does up there. Not exactly.
I lost. Oh, the pop out chat is what we lost. Where's that at? Here we go. There we go. Okay.
Did we pick up another one? Chat, super chat.
I don't know. We'll get to it in a minute.
You lost me.
That's Kid's family says, rub his abs, Jerry. Come on, big boy. He's having no part of your shenanigans.
I'll let Buzz Ronnie deal with it. She's my lady friend. What she does, she comes up and sucks all over the gas and gets all kinds of crazy when you walk up to the tank.
Oh yeah, the background's very off. Look at that.
Yeah.
You are right. That looks horrible. Let me go back over here.
Just one more notch on the gain.
I'm not going back into that. I can't see all that.
Jerry predates Technicolor. Yes, he does. I grew up with black and white TV. Color was new.
Yes, the Mandy Davis says the movie was called Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that's it. Those guys, that was a good movie. I don't know. It's just, I enjoyed it.
Oh, Tyler's apologizing. You ain't got nothing to apologize for, Tyler.
I know, man.
Grezel Frightenstein says, why do you mean you had to demonetize? Because everybody was complaining about, and during the live stream, there was commercials, and then it don't stop for you. The live stream keeps going, and then in the background, and you see the commercial, you come back in and you missed, that whole conversation we just had about it, or something like that,
So it's a 2-hour live stream with only a few people, say 70 people maximum watching it, drags down the algorithm. And then you don't get the referrals and the monies that you should off of the regular videos.
Okay.
I'm just figuring this stuff out, people. Is it? I mean, give me a fire, I can make it dance, but you hand me that computer and I'm lost.
Okay. Over here. Focus on 20. That's good. Move the white balance up a little more. You know, does that do that? Or see, it doesn't show me the background on here while I'm doing these.
It's different settings on the background than it is on the live feed
Could be.
camera.
There's a little better. I'll work with this offline, guys. If you can deal with that. And as a matter of fact, I'll go and change the background or something. What does that say? That's even worse. Well, we can put the Christmas background on.
There you go. Background looks good now. I mean, on your feed, it looks just great. Leave it alone. What they're seeing looks good, a little high on the red. But I think that's coming from the filter is loud. Well, I usually will jump to a different vid.
Yeah. Now we got the Christmas video on. Putting up the tray and all that. Let that go.
Too much noise in the background.
Yeah.
I don't
We'll
hear
fix
it.
it some other time offline.
I don't hear anything.
No, it's video noise. It makes it all grainy and stuff. And like you can see this lines in the green screen now. You know?
Oh, okay.
Which
Let's
to
go
me,
back to our fish.
it's
Oh, yeah,
Christmas.
deep ornaments there.
Turn this off. All right, we can do this one. Go to filters on there. There we go. Now the chroma key. There we go. Similarity. Get that black screen off. There we go, like that. I tried that. There you go. Now see the lines are going out of the back. Okay. Oh, there was sound on the background? I'm sorry, guys. You guys don't tell me this stuff.
That's coming off the videos. That's what we were talking about. You were so busy on color.
There you go. There should be no sound on that. Move this over.
Oh yeah, Jerry's a ghost. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, no kidding, man. I'm dematerializing over here.
I got to turn that similarity back down then for the webcam.
Wow.
I'll close that down.
I look like protoplasma.
All right.
I'm gonna go right through the camera and come visit you all.
See, but that's not what it shows us right there. You look good right there. So I don't
Yeah.
get to see the finished product.
Yeah, but what they do, you want to see the finished product?
No.
You can see?
I'm saying, look, now you're back, but the background's terrible. So I'll fix it later, guys. Let me get to this.
Better chat back up. I just go with what they're seeing. Of course, now the background looks like protoplasm.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I had
Well,
it. I should have just
fumigating the
left it
tank.
alone. We'll turn off them cichlids. Down here.
Oh, I like that. It's the Crypt Keeper effect. Thank you.
I
Please
can't
don't
read
put-
it. All these backgrounds.
Now they're seeing exactly what we see. Basically. Jerry is amoeba. Right?
Jerry looks like the ghost of Christmas past.
Oh, I think you're more like a piece of
Oh yeah, you can see the edge of the green screen over here on your side. How can that be? That's way over by the bed.
Somebody must have bumped it.
Oh no, there's another video playing. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, he was scaled down. No, that's the other video.
Right.
That's the one that was bleeding through the sound.
Yeah, you can still see it there on there. So there's another one playing somewhere. Shut that off.
Joe's
Oh,
Clem
look at
says
that. There's the background.
That's the full background, yeah. But now you put us up on it and everything goes haywire.
So that tells me that the background is fine. It's the settings on the webcam.
Yeah.
So let's go back to configure video. I got to zoom in on this. You guys go ahead and talk to Jerry. I'll get this done.
I gotta look down here and talk to you. You got everything covered up over there.
Right. Here we are. This worked better when we were down here.
The Ghosts of Woodstock Pass. I don't think I would have went to Woodstock anyway. I wasn't that much of a festival type person.
I made the background way worse.
I happened to have been in the penitentiary when Woodstock happened.
This is off to my side. That's off to your side over there. So let me go to the webcam. Configure the video. And then let me zoom in on this again. Okay. We're going to go to this. We're going to pan this way. There we go. Now apply. Apply. Okay. There you go. See, it didn't move it. All right. I don't care. See, we got a few minutes left. Griselda says you guys got to get Skylar back to help with these technical difficulties.
I almost deleted
She don't know shit about computers.
I almost deleted
She thinks she does. I set up the live streams. I do all this. We changed some settings during the live stream to see this jacket better. Other than that, everything else is fine. I got to get that, I'll do it offline. Right. OG Foster says if you reset the colors, you have to take off the sweater to make the video. Oh, no, I'm not going. No sweater. I'm not going to make it R-rated. Whips World says you get that phone much closer to your face, it'll be on the other side of your head. These glasses help me see far away, but I have to put them down and look like right here to read anything close. Bob Taylor says dim the hoodie. All right. Sue Ann says, damn it, eyeliner. Is eyeliner here? I haven't heard from him forever. No way. Or you just blaming eyeliner for anything.
Could be.
Could be.
With all that name changing going on with YouTube.
James McNally says, how's your dad, Big Rich? He called me on Christmas. He's doing good. Says he's getting a little tired when he goes out hunting now, which is amazing because he's like 90 and he never tired. He was always going hunting 2, 3, 4 times a week. And now he's starting to slow down. He says he feels it. Oh, Richard says he's in the hospital in Wales. He's loving the live stream. Glad you're having fun, Richard.
Enjoy. Welcome.
Tyler, why I gotta be Bubbles? Who's the guy that carries his cup all the time? Why can't I be him? He says here's to you. Harley Jim says get his heart checked if he's getting tight. Yeah, he's got a pacemaker in already. Julian. Yes, that's who I'll relate to. Mm. Ah. All right. So, oh. All right, Jem says pacemaker club in it. Wow, you got a Harley? You got a pacemaker already, Harley? Wow. Here's to you. What was that? Not bubbles, butter. That's it. Ah. See, this is the Santa that'll show up, and if you're a bad kid, he's gonna beat your ass. So Ann says cheese ball. You referring to what I look like in this sweater? Or are you making fun of me? Oh shit. Dominic says they ban vapes in Australia. No shit. Do you smell all that weed? That's all I smell is weed coming in here. You don't smell that? This is why my son won't. No. This is why my son won't let my granddaughter over here. Because
okay,
those
now
people.
I smell it.
Now you smell it?
They carry it right with them, I guess. I mean, I smudge with sage. I don't smudge with my vape. I come in here smelling like sage, baby.
You had your whole cigar moments and your skunk weed that stuck with you. But I don't know, these guys, they smell like weed.
Oh, wow.
Barb Steffens says, Big Rich, where's your Santa sack? Don't make me stand up and grab my sack. Get out of the gutter. It's right over there. That's what I was going to grab. Get your mind out of the gutter. Colin Churchill says, live and let live. Yeah, but when your life here, while I'm letting you live here for free, bothers my life to where my granddaughter is not allowed over, something's got to change. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I don't care what you do with your life. Go have fun. If that's what makes your day, that's great. Go do what you want to do. Griselda Brightenstein says, that's ridiculous. Your neighbor's weed won't affect your granddaughter. They're not neighbors. They're people living in my house that make the house stink like weed.
That's not the point.
He don't want his daughter around it.
As a parent, you have a choice about who you expose your children
His choice.
to. They don't need to be exposed to that right now in their life. That's just fine.
That's his choice. That's
And
fine.
that's their choice. And I honor them.
And someone scrolled by and said, tell them to do it outside. They do it outside. But, some people can smoke cigarettes and you can't tell. They have no smoke around them. They're nothing, this and that. And then other people smoke a cigarette and then it's nothing but a cloud and they stink and blah, blah, blah. Well, these people smell like weed 24/7.
Oh, James McNally asked, how is Jerry's family? Very well, thank you. Very well.
Deb Church says, imagine what that room's going to smell like after they leave. For sure. For sure. Griselda says, my sister was born with cataract, smokes weed for glaucoma. She has 4 of the brightest kids I've ever met. Possible. No problem at all. I believe you. But,
Like the man said, live and let live.
some people just around them like a big cloud. And that's what's happening here. just stinks all the time, like skunk. And here's what the thing is, I have to pay because you want to go and enjoy yourself. Well, you know what? Give me a free room and board. Go enjoy yourself somewhere else. So I don't have to pay. I want to see my granddaughter. That's all. Blake Weber says, how do you know there wasn't a wild skunk outside spraying anyway?
You've never been with a wild skunk there.
There's a very oniony, very pungent, very gross. And then there's with the skunk weed, there's a very different moist pungentness to it, you know? You can definitely tell a difference.
Old friends who need a hand. That's what friends are for.
Try and help out, but now at this point now it's causing me grief. Ali Javi even says skunk smells different than weed. They're very close smelling, but there is definitely a difference.
Yeah, the weed can have a skunky odor to it. But a skunk is a skunk. There is no mistaking it for anything else except for skunk weed. There's a plant called skunk weed that when you burn the leaves, they smell just like skunk. And the funny thing is the two smells counteract each other. You can actually remove the smell of skunk by standing in skunk weed smoke. It's weird, but that's the way medicine works.
Barb Stevens says, good night, big sexy Santa. Fishy Fridays are the best. You made my night. Well, I'm glad. Well, here, baby, let me open this up and show you. Glad you're having fun.
It's happening.
James McNally says, have you ever been one to put your foot down and say enough is enough, especially when you can't have your grandchildren over?
It's happening.
Yes, that happened with Skylar. I said, I can't take it no more. You have to find another place to live. She agrees. Oh, yeah. But, when she leaves here and goes and tells everybody I'm the mean one because I won't let her have her way. I'm not your dad. I don't have to take care of you. I don't have to, fix her car, do all this stuff. I gave her the cat that I bought for $2,500. Let's not get back onto that. All right, guys. My drinks are done. It's been great hanging out with you guys. I love every Fishy Friday. Bill Lynch says, is Skylar's brother still coming by? Yes, he comes by.
Occasionally.
Well, that's what one of the last things I said to her is like, even your own brother don't like you. You gotta see the point here. Be nicer to people. So anyways, we're out of here. It's been a great Friday, Fishy Friday with you guys. I always love hanging out with you guys.
Less butter, people.
James McNally says, no offense, but I didn't think you had it in you. What does that one mean?
What, to say no?
Maybe to say no or throw Skylar out. I don't know.
It could have even been a side conversation. But conversation is over.
Yeah. Oh, look, Raheem says even in India, vapes are banned there. Wow. They're starting to ban vapes everywhere.
Well, there has been a lot of talk about the chemical hazards.
And something else called popcorning that happens to your lungs with vapes. I guess there's a lot more smoke that comes out of a vape than it,
Oh, yeah, it can be pretty powerful.
Yeah. Oh, James says to put your foot down. He didn't think I had it in me. Every once in a while, a surprise, All right, guys. Love hanging with you. We're out of here. Thank you. And we'll see you next Friday night.
Travel well, my friends.
Yes. this one here. And I always got to make sure we end this